how's it going? It's AG Surfer filming from the iPhone. This was a box. I finally got it back. This is now August. Um, yeah, this was from back in March when it was a Silicon Valley Comic Con hosted by Steve Wozniak, his first like Comic Con thing. It's like technology and comics mixed. My brother came down from Oregon, Tat Comics. We were hanging out. It was him. I was hanging out with my brother and his kids. It was very cool. The place was crowded. Got to meet up with a fellow YouTuber, CBA, there for a hot minute. This was the last go around for getting Stan Lee signatures. Pretty much for myself. I don't know that I'm going to get any more Stan Lee signatures. This is his last year, his last hurrah that Stan Lee's actually doing anything as far as touring and signing books. But these are the last 3 books I was waiting on. 2 of them are mine, and one of them is my brother's. I'm hoping my brother's is a 9.8. I'm hoping mine don't dip below an 8.0. I'm not sure how they're actually going to turn out, though, because it's the first time I've actually submitted a comic book that had previous signatures on there that weren't witnessed. And then I turned around and got Stan Lee to add on to it, you know? So I know it's going to... I've taken one book out, but still haven't seen the grade, and I know it's going to be a different label just based on... You know, it's got previous signatures that weren't witnessed. So let's check it out. Yeah, this was a Scott Campbell book that I got signed by Scott Campbell and Mike McCone, or Mike Michon. Oop, slipping the camera here. Sorry, it's an iPhone. I'm trying to balance with one hand. Yeah, see, it's got a signature qualified grade. So, chances are gonna... Oh, it looks like it's got the inner well. Okay, these look like they have the inner well. So I could send these back though and maybe ask for that Stan Lee label, and that would give, and I think that Stan Lee label is like $10 or something. But it looks like this case has the inner well, so the books aren't being like really compressed within the encapsulation, which is great, because I have 3 books upstairs that I've got to send back because, you know, it's the new cases and they're being pressed. There's no inner well. It's got a little bit of that rainbow effect. The rainbow thing, it does bother me if there's a lot of it. If there's a little, very minimal, you know, if it's very minimal, then it doesn't bother me. But if there's a lot of that rainbow effect caused by the 2 sheets of Mylar, that does bug me. More importantly, it's the fact there's no inner well, and the comic book is just being, like, you know, sandwiched in there and compressed. It sucks. So let's check this out. This is my first green label too. So it's my first qualified grade. A 9.6. Oh, that is crazy. How do they must have changed their rules. Yeah, I guess they're gonna give you that's weird. Because my buddy had books before, and it like drops at least a grade or more sometimes based on the autographs that aren't witnessed. But yeah, signed by Stan Lee on 3/19/16. 2 names written on cover and marker. So, man, that's impressive. Long Beach Comic Con 2009 exclusive partial sketch cover. White Pages 9.6. Oh, I'm freaking stoked. Never thought I'd be stoked for a freaking signature qualified label. Well, this comic book, I'm not even gonna have to send this back. And my only other option with the book would actually be like, you know, if I'm worried about getting, I know that Mike McCone's real and J. Scott Campbell's real. I met those guys. I handed them my books. I just didn't submit the book, you know, kept it loose. And then I added Stan Lee when I went to the Silicon Valley. So, and I didn't know about Stan Lee labels. I didn't know about, you know, new cases. All that information came out a month or so after the fact, or else I would have been like, of course at that time too we didn't know the new cases had problems, so I'd have been like, oh yeah, new case, but I would have opted for the Stan Lee label. Wow, I am impressed. I'm hugely impressed. 9.6. My buddy had a book because he had a couple signatures on there, and the thing was like, I think it was in the 8 range. I don't know if it was like a 7.5 to an 8. And then once he sent it over to CBCS to get the, you know, CBCS, that's the other thing, like CBCS will authenticate the signatures, but you pay a fee. I think his book went from like an 8.0, 8.5 to like a 9.2, 9.4. You know, so that's a big jump. But I guess maybe CGC is doing something new with that. And I know Mike McCone's pretty small, which makes it convenient. Campbell's kind of large, but it's really not bad. It's not like super massive. Campbell's got a really, really awesome autograph in my opinion. But man, what a book, dude. And it's got the inner well. That is outstanding. So it looks like I'm just going to have to ship back 3 books that I have upstairs so they can get this inner well. But, you know, man, I think I'm going to keep... That's a 9.6. There's no reason. Yeah, a Stanley label would look cool. But I don't know that they necessarily even do Stanley label to green. So, man, 5 minutes in, I'm just so excited. Honestly, I was like, man, I just didn't want this book dipping below an 8, you know? But dang, that's awesome. I really hope my brother's comic is a 9.8, man. Dude, that is fantastic. Dang, that's a green label. That's awesome. Alright, let's dig in here. Let's let me do the top 10 grade. Let's pull up any information. I may upload this grade. Here we go. This is the big boy. This is the bad boy. Look at that nice yellow label. God, I hope it's a 9.8. If it's not a 9.8, it better be like a 9.6. I honestly didn't see that many problems with this book. It's my brother's, and it's, you know, it's Secret Wars issue number 8. It's the Alien Symbiote outfit. It's the origin. Yep, as it says right there. Origin of the alien symbiote that eventually becomes Venom. That's awesome. I have 2 of these that are also slabbed. I think I want to say I've got a 9.6 and I've got a 9.8. My 9.6 has Stanley and Mike Zek, and then the other one I have is a 9.8. It's just got Mike Zek. But this is my brother's. He really stoked to get Stanley on it. And Stanley in silver, it's decent. You know, we're going back and forth with I think I told him blue would have looked cool or something, or even classic black, but he wanted silver, and you know, I've seen worse. I've actually got worse Stanley autographs in silver. So it looks good when you angle it. But yeah, what a beautiful book. I can't really see any issues with it. I didn't see too many issues with it. So again, you know, you want everything to be a 9.8. Ooh, a 9.6. That's still awesome though. That's better than a 9.4. It must have like a little spine pick or something, but that's a 9.6 white pages. Now that is cool, man. That is cool as Swiss cheese. For all the Swiss people out there, that is cool as a cucumber. Yeah. Oh, there's a little rainbow situation. It's the Mylar. I see it by Spidey, you know, because he got black, and you see a little bit of that. Boom. There's my hand in the light. Yeah, it's got the inner well though, dude. That's awesome. I won't have to send these books back. I was like, I was so concerned. I'm waiting on these books, and I'm going, it's taking a long time. You know, and I thought, because I have, like, again, I've got 3 other books upstairs I got to send back because they don't have the inner well. And those books upstairs, let's see. Yeah, I put a rush on them. I pretty much put a rush. I put a rush on those comics. I paid extra to get those. I fast-tracked them, and they got here, you know, with issues. These 3 books I didn't fast-track because I'm like, it's more money. And I was like, you know what? These are cool books. They're very cool books, but I don't need to fast-track them. Oh, and I didn't fast-track them, and they come in good shape. Okay, crap. Now I'm gonna get scared. Where's the other? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I'm supposed to have a 3rd book in here. Oh my god. That must be coming in later. I better check my invoice. I have another book. It's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., man. It's an Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. book. Or Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. It's a Nick Fury book. Nick Fury book, and I got it signed by Stan Lee on the inside, on the splash page. On the outside, it's got Herb Trimp on it. Oh my god, if I don't have that book, I'm going to be pissed. Because it also has a Jack Kirby signature on the inside. The Jack Kirby, I don't know if the Jack Kirby signature is legit, because I purchased the book that way. You know, they said it has Jack Kirby in there. But Stan Lee's legit, because I had Stan Lee sign it, and Herb Trimp's legit. Damn it. I better find out what the hell happened to that comic. Alright, folks. Thanks. AG Surfer, late night. We'll see if this even gets uploaded later.